Friday is a podcast about dark romance and monster smut. So if you're not down for weird shit, this is not the show for you. Content may include explicit sexual description, explicit language, conversations about human to human to monster, and monster to monster sexual activities. Masturbation, questionable consent, morally gray ethics, murder out of jealousy, BDSM themes and tropes, fictional pregnancy, violence, emotional gut-wrenching story arcs, and all of the kinks. Oh, and dubious insertion of inanimate objects. We're multicultural, multipolitical, multisexual, multiracial group. We believe in inclusiveness, body positivity, bodily autonomy, and human rights for all. But we also like talking about characters getting railed by monsters and humans alike. Overall, prepare for cackling, tangents, general unhinged commentary. We're probably going to annoy the majority of the general population, but if you don't like it, instead of clutching your pearl necklace, you can just not listen. Okay, thanks, bye!
Mandy tilted her head as her eyes caught a glimpse of his bare back and the bumps she'd had such fun rubbing. So, what are those? It took him a second to realize she was staring at his nodes, the hard bumps that started at the top of his neck and ran down the length of his spine. Nodes. I understand Earthlings do not have them. She reached over his shoulder and brushed her fingers over them, making him growl softly. She jerked back and blushed. I liked what it did to you when I touched them. It doesn't hurt, does it? He rested a hand on her hip. Hurt? No. Drexian nodes are one of our... He searched for the right word. Erogenous zones? Mandy asked, her cheeks regaining their pink flush. Yeah, I could tell. They indicate our arousal by heating and are very sensitive during and after mating. Would that make them an erogenous zone? Mandy nibbled the corner of her bottom lip as she nodded. Drexians are full of surprises. She let her eyes drift down his body, lingering on his cock, which remained hard. I didn't expect you to be so... He sat up higher, following her eyes. So? Arrogant. And that was Tamed, a sci-fi alien warrior romance from the Tribute Brides of Drexian Warriors by Tana Stone.
I'm Sarah One, and I'm reading Mistletoe Omega by Rhea Watson.
I'm Erin, and I'm reading Her Orc Husband by Zoe Ashwood.
I'm Kitty, and I'm reading The Pirate Queen of Ruin by Ash Raven.
I'm Marie, and I'm reading Tangled in Tinsel by Trilina Pucci. And welcome to Tangentsode 6 Feral Friday podcast, Unhinged and Unbothered, a podcast where we talk about smut.
Is that a node in your pocket, or are you happy to see me?
I really liked that he called people Earthlings.
Oh, it's... The premise of this book is a wild one. I'm on the first one. I got it from Stuff Your Kindle Day as I am working through all of my extra things that I have on my Kindle. And it is 4 books in one. Basically, I didn't know if you knew. The Earth is surrounded by an invisible armada of Drexians who have this secret deal with the governments of Earth where they are protecting all of Earth, and in exchange, there are abducted women who are used as brides because Drexians had all of their females wiped out, and obviously our species are compatible. That is what this book is. It is a very, very classic male order alien bride book. I did really like this one because they basically pick up Mandy, who is a influencer, but she has no real friends. She gets cut off from her family and her allowance.
Nice.
And no one actually cares about her because she's one of those people. And then she's dealing with being kind of like a prima donna diva. on the spaceship with someone who didn't want to get married at all. Like, he did not willingly enter the raffle to get a bride.
Perfect.
Of course.
So, overboard.
How many books do I read are actually overboard? Oh no.
So she's Goldie Hawn, and he's Kurt Russell.
I always want Kurt Russell, so it's fine. And Goldie Hawn.
So apparently
actually.
you just have an overboard kink.
That's okay.
That's it's fine.
But I wanted to bring in the theme of space.
Ooh, yes.
Because
what a good tie-in.
And also new kinks. I had a beep boop achievement unlocked moment with what we're talking about today is a Mandalorian podfic
Yep.
that we all listen to.
So we should
shit.
start with what all of those words mean. Mandalorian being
Yes.
the Mandalorian from the Star Wars universe, also known as Din Djarin, and podfic. So this is a fanfic that was then recorded like a podcast or an audiobook, but they call them a podfic. So they're on Archive of Our Own, AO3, and yeah, we decided to group listen to a podfic.
Oh my god.
And it was
So
literally so good. Probably one of the best audios I've listened to this year.
Yeah, I will
So
say
good.
it reminded me, like, it surpassed some Echo of Our Own. Was it ETL Echo?
Yeah.
I think that moment in, like, it's only 5 episodes. So I would say generally easy listen.
There's more than 5
yeah.
episodes.
5
Oh,
chapters.
man, you've been holding out on
Wait,
me.
the story.
There's like 14.
Yeah, because I was going to say the story is like
shoot,
600
well.
pages. So
I'm not sleeping
I know,
tonight.
right?
No, and they get longer
Oh,
as they go on.
I could appreciate longer. These 28, 32 minutes.
28.
I'm like,
like, no, they become
I was,
hour
immediately
long.
Clicking the next episode, I'm like, all right, let's go. Like, I am definitely
Yeah,
at work
I'm on
right now, but
episode 9 now, and they get progressively spicier.
Oh my god.
It's just, oh my god, I was listening at work and I was like, I have to stop because this is like, I have to get some work done.
there was definitely a point when I was originally listening to this. I literally was, granted, I didn't have too much happening, luckily. I was point blank staring at my wall just listening. I was in another galaxy far away.
Yep.
Holy shit. And just thinking about, because this all happened because we all really love Pedro Pascal.
Yes.
That is kind of one of the sources. I know
And-
he's a big daddy energy right now.
Oh yeah.
Yes, and there was a TikTok that I was shown of somebody at Disney World where there was a Mandalorian guy in a costume that was walking, and like he just like looked over at the person recording, and I was like,
Beep.
and immediately I was like, oh, yep, beep boop, new kink unlocked. And I think immediately I went to our group chat and I was like, I think I might need Mandalorian fanfic stat. And Miss Kitty was like,
delivered.
boop, 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 AO3.
Here you go.
Here's a
I'm
podfic. And I was like,
Yeah.
fantastic.
I'm going to have to listen to the rest of it because I really thought it was only 5 episodes and I was on the edge of my seat. That was something I wrote down. I was like, I can't believe it ended there. Like, what the
Yeah.
not, apparently.
Yeah.
Oh.
Thank God. I was...
No, it.
So, like,
yeah.
okay, I think one of the parts of it that I just really appreciate is the gal doing the recording. Her name is Erica, I think. I don't know what her full AOC
Yes.
name is.
Shaw. Erica
And
Shaw.
She has.
Thank you,
oh my
Erica.
God, seriously, she is just like, her voice is, which, okay, I've been listening at 1.25 speed because I can't listen to anything at normal speed.
Speed
yes,
read.
that's my
Speed
brain
listen?
is also like that. I can't do the normal Anyway, so even at 1.25, she's just like so smooth and slow and sensual. And she has, I don't know where she's from, what her accent is.
I believe it's German.
That's kind of what I was thinking, but I couldn't quite tell.
But where's my brain? Can I tell you what I thought it was?
No.
Scottish.
Same.
No, definitely not.
I was like, there's some words and I'm just like,
Okay, so I have German
What?
family, so it is. I do believe it is German,
Okay.
or at least from that region.
agree.
Maybe it's Austrian, but it's
I was
definitely like
fully invested.
Definitely.
it was so good.
And she has such
Yeah.
inflection on certain parts when
Yes.
she's reading it too. Like she does such a beautiful, like, let alone that it's like the horniest thing I've ever listened to. She does. Actually, that's a lie. I'm going to call myself out now. That's definitely not the horniest thing I've listened to, excluding porn.
Yeah.
But her inflection and how she actually really, because obviously I'm assuming she's reading ahead. She's thinking about what she's saying in the whole scene. Like she is so professional about it. Like I am there in the story.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
It's
absolutely.
Such an excellent job.
So good. And can we talk about how I'm trying to look up who the actual author is? Hold on. Can we talk about how in this work, the female main character doesn't have a name, so it's all like it's so that you can put yourself into the situation and imagine yourself.
I love it.
So
I love this for Marie because Marie's reading one of my favorite put yourself in the book books, the Tangled and Tinsel. I love this. I should reread that book soon, but I love something where it really lets you be part of the story.
It's just so good. And like
It's so good.
Zaddy Mando, like dear Lord.
Uh-huh.
Goodness.
I don't even know.
Yeah.
Her descriptions.
Ugh.
Yep.
Her descriptions absolutely embody like
Yep.
Pedro Pascal's body language,
Yep.
like to a T. Like so you can actually envision like
And I
him
think he's
in the scene.
so popular too, where we've seen enough media, whether it be reels, TikToks, interviews, YouTube videos, like, and I think him as an actor, he's very much unapologetically himself. Like he has that fun, flirty vibe in whatever thing he's doing, whether he's even when he's doing a serious part, but like when you see him as himself, like you are able to really adapt that type of personality to Mando. Like that's like you're able to just copy paste and be like,
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yes. Okay.
Yes. Exactly. Oh.
That, and you don't have to know Star Wars.
No, you don't. Really to appreciate
But even
this.
if you don't,
Yeah.
don't, as somebody that does, they do a very good job at making it fit into the already created world. Yes.
Yeah.
In her
Is
references and
everyone
what
here
they're
caught
saying.
up with Mandalorian?
No, I haven't finished season
No.
3.
I've only
No?
seen the
Or
one
whatever.
season.
I am a Star Wars geek.
I am
I
too,
love this.
but I
I loved it.
have watching stuff has been hard for me. So catching up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get fandomed out.
That happens.
Like
Yeah.
I get like truly fatigued,
Mm.
and then it takes me a long time to get back.
I've been like reading a lot lately. I don't know.
Yeah, same.
Too.
Lots of reading, not much watching.
Well,
this
but there's
year.
a lot of Star Wars reading that you can do
I
as far as canon
know.
lore as well.
Even,
Yeah.
Because
There is.
even non-canon, there's so much Star Wars reading. Okay, I have some bad news about this fic.
No.
Okay, so the fic is called Rough Day by Guardian Angel
Yep.
Cass on AO3. It is technically
Like from
I don't know.
Supernatural?
Maybe they write in Supernatural too. I don't know. But it is technically a
Interesting.
whip. It is not complete.
Shut up. You Kitty,
Oh my
are
goodness.
you fucking kidding?
There's
All right,
20
so
chapters.
for the listeners, I cannot handle listening
I can't.
to a whip. Or reading a whip. My heart can't take it. I get anxiety. And then I spiral out of control because I'm refreshing every fucking day. Especially when they, I respect these authors and they go have lives, but I'm also like, ignore your life. I
Give
need
me
this.
more.
I'm reading a whip on Twitter right now that is a text fic, and like,
I couldn't.
that's the one I tried to
couldn't. I'm the
talk you into
person who
reading.
like lets my webtoons add
Yeah.
up so I can binge
Yeah.
it. Like I
Mhm.
can't. Hey Kitty,
Hey,
go fuck
Erin.
yourself.
Oh.
With lots of love.
I just saw
With lots
podfic,
of
and I
love.
was like, Sarah, look, here's a Mando podfic. So I didn't actually think that I was gonna ever read or listen to it, so I didn't really pay
I
attention.
was like, I don't care if it's a whip. I might not even like it.
It was.
Granted,
Oopsies.
I did listen to the wrong thing first.
I started with
Me
that one.
too. I started and I'm like, that doesn't look like the same title
Yeah.
that Sarah sent in the downloadable options, but this is the first
shared one
link.
brain cell that day, just passing one brain cell around.
I do really like the tags for this.
Tags are my favorite.
This
are
work.
they good
Yeah.
tags? I did not actually
It
look
is.
at the tags. That's
It is.
I
like
went
one
straight
of
to
my
the
favorite
listening.
parts of it.
And then I couldn't
Reader smut. Reader insert. Keep the helmet on. Whoops, my bad. Hand slipped. Some descriptions of blood. Oral sex. Watch me make this shit up about space.
Oh, that's so nice.
In this house, Daddy Mando hours are 24/7. Dirty talk, exhibition kink. Don't lie, we all knew it was coming. Favreau, forgive me. Rough sex. This is disgusting. Porn with plot.
Yeah, AO3 tags are some of the
I
most
mean-
interesting things to read. They
are.
give me life.
They're really nice.
That is so funny.
I want to know if I'm not alone. Did anyone else, other than like in general having a Mando podfic, have the boop boop new kink unlocked? Because I truly, it was enough that I had a conversation with my partner,
Okay, well-
had something.
Are you gonna tell us?
Unlock in
Are you
my
gonna tell us what it
brain.
was?
I'm
Okay,
gonna say
good,
what
good,
it
good,
is.
good.
Yes, from this podfic. And I think I was inching towards it with the Albatross in Shrike books that I have been reading by Carly Barrios. There is in this podfic, there's a lot of like, in traditional, I will say smut, you have a lot of like big dom, beg for it, I'll give it to you, be a good girl. You have that. In this podfic, you have not big dom girl energy, but you have a begging man. It is not being demanded of him to beg. It's not like there's no like flip dynamic. But holy shit. Just a man point blank begging without being instructed to beg.
And
It was a full-blown boop, boop. New thing unlocked.
it's like,
And I sat and thought about it for a long time too. It was like,
I think it really works in this scenario also, and she kind of talks about it in the story because Mando is such a reserved man. He doesn't talk
has
much.
to live by his code.
Yeah, he really doesn't
Yep.
he only says what is necessary. Like, it goes into detail about how, like, they don't really talk. So she's, like, the babysitter for Baby Yoda. And
Yep.
so, like,
Grogu.
they just, like, or Grogu, yes. They just, like, fly around the galaxy, and she's, like, the babysitter. And, yeah, he just doesn't talk, so she doesn't talk to him. And they just, like, exist in the same space until something happens. And then, yes, so he starts this begging in a couple places.
Like,
and it's like,
and I can really only name like 2 other series, like one being the one I just mentioned, Albatross and Shrike, and the other one, I'm just getting the information up right now, is, oh my god, as I play a reel by accident, my bad, is Forged by Malice. It's by Elizabeth Helen. It is a why choose, like, it's supposed to be somewhat Beauty and the Beast themed, but there is one of the princes who is a knight and refuses to take off his helmet. And like they're leading up into this, obviously there's other princes involved, but that is like the only other thing I can actually think of where that was played in. And we're going into book 3 now of this Forged by Malice series. The series is called Beasts of the Briar. But that's the only other thing I can think of that gets close to Mando and his like code will not take the helmet off. Like, I'm gonna live by my oath. Like, holy shit, I need more.
yeah.
Yeah. In the first 5 episodes, now it's because I've moved on, is there the scene where he goes down on her
the song
While
of
she's
Ophelia.
sleeping.
Yes. Oh, yes. I think that unlocked a little bit for me. I was like, yes, please.
That
Yeah.
scene was
I would like that, please. I would like 1 ticket.
One ticket, please.
1 ticket to that ride, please.
Wasn't there something like that in Outlander? At one point in the
Probably. Yeah.
in the later seasons, when, sorry if you're really into Outlander, and we're missing Sarah too, because Sarah too would absolutely
she loves
correct my fucking ass on this. Claire comes back to time after she comes to her present day, and I'm pretty sure there's a TV show scene where like what's his face is going down on her, like thank you, Jamie's going down on her to wake her up.
Possibly.
I'm pretty sure it happens multiple times.
Yeah, I
think that's just his good morning
that.
kiss.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Very nice.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
I just like, it was everything combined perfectly. The audio reader,
Yep.
the content, the description.
So
Yeah. And for me, I think with audio, like the narrator really does matter in these scenarios. Because there was another podfic that you had accidentally listened to, and I started listening to, and I couldn't get into it because the quality wasn't there.
Yeah.
And there was hesitation, like at each paragraph, because I don't think they had read it ahead of time or something. Yeah. So I couldn't get into it because I was like, you are not committed to these scenes, and I'm done.
You're not making me believe
I
this.
need you to prepare, and I need you to be into it, and I can't do it. No, I can't do it. So I need narrators of smut to be fully into it.
I will say,
please and thank you.
I'm not gonna this will be the last time I mention Albatross and Shrike, but the fact that this is just the I don't know, the parallels where the main character in that set of books, Belle, she is an audiobook narrator, and she does prepare. And there's a wall of toys to help her prepare, and she gets herself fully in the mood, X, Y, and Z, to express these audiobooks. And I think that maybe the author has done it before. I would want to, like, I would guess. But knowing that that's probably the secret to why this podfic is so good.
It's literally so good.
Brava.
So good.
Yes. And there's a little bit of plot, like just enough to like give you a bit of a break.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
To like get your brain cells like cooled off and like running again. But yeah, it's good. And I don't even think you have to like Star Wars. You don't have to like Mandalorian. You do have to like Pedro, I think.
Yes, you have to like, I think.
And if you don't love Pedro Pascal, what is wrong with you? Because That man
Exudes it.
amazing.
Delicious.
Like, have you guys watched him in the Hot Wing Challenge?
Yes.
No.
The hot ones.
Oh man, I'm gonna put this on my list of things
my
to do
God.
tonight.
He's so adorable, for one, and like so precious. But also watching that man eat hot wings, you're like,
Sweating. Sir, please. Can I help you?
Also, maybe I'm gonna Uber Eats hot wings.
Yeah. Just to eat along with him, you know.
Just, you know.
It's not like those the audios that sync up to your vibrator.
So many.
Eating hot wings.
You know, I will say probably the hot ones, I don't think they really mix their audio, so you can't really hear them eating the hot wings so much.
I'm gonna just try to tandem eat hot wings to this episode. Oh my God. Sometimes I'm like, I haven't lost it yet, and then I'm like, I'm on the cusp. I'm on the cusp of losing all of my marbles.
But there's also a subreddit. It's Pedro_Pascal. That's the particular one. And they do like GIF like roundups every day
Of just him.
of just him doing certain things like smiling or like looking up or looking down or like doing something like body language wise, and it is something to behold.
Do you ever just
It's
look
really
at
good.
him in the red pantsuit with the boy shorts
So
on
good.
the red carpet?
He can wear
Literally.
anything. He can wear
Literally.
anything.
His thighs. I also remember
He's perfectly
Freak
built.
Out when he's very young in Buffy too. He was in the Buffy series, like I want to say Pedro Pascal, Buffy. Let's
1997.
That
Oh my
was-
God. Yep, hold on. I'm gonna send this to our chat so that we can all
In
see this
1997,
beautiful
some of
picture.
us that are members of this podcast were not alive. I was.
Shut up.
Wait,
I was
who?
alive.
You shut your mouth.
There's one person that's not here today that was not alive in 1997.
Don't remind me of that.
You're kidding.
Well, wait, okay. We know that I'm too pretty to do math, so I'm just like, it might be close, actually. Wait. Let me see if I can do math in my head.
Hold on, I think I might be able to cheat.
Okay, that would be
this.
better, because my brain just goes blank when I try to think about numbers. Like, people have aphantasia where they literally can't see things, but I only have that for math. Literally
Just for
only for
math.
math.
Aphantasia.
Yeah, I can't, like, I can picture anything in my head, in my little head. I can just see all the things like a movie, but math, it's like, you know, that gif where the
It's
lady
gone.
is like the confused face and all of the math symbols are around her. Like,
Yes.
yeah, all the math symbols leave my head and then I'm left with nothing. Smooth brain. Blank brain.
I studied journalism, so I didn't have to deal with math.
So smart. Yeah. Good choice.
No, I'm not going to be able to figure this out. I know what day it is,
Not the year.
but I don't know the year. I gave up.
I will probably
Well,
correct
We'll just
myself.
pretend that they
I'll
were
probably
alive.
correct myself in the oopsie
Yes.
corner next week, so stay tuned for that.
I would prefer that we just pretend that they were definitely alive in 1997.
Yes, that sounds good to me. I mean, honestly, what we all should have been
Speaking
doing-
as the oldest person of this podcast,
we should have been buying houses in 97, no matter where
Yeah,
we were.
literally,
in
I was
life.
6 years old and I should have been buying a house. Yeah.
I was
Shut up.
sure.
I know.
shut up. All of you.
I'm not even going to speak at this point. I was very much well alive and watching the show, if that makes you feel any better.
I'm going to go grab my salon paws and...
You know, Well, it's nothing that we can change. We can't change anything.
I'm just saying, Pedro's
Oh
timeless.
God, he is.
He is.
Ageless.
He's
Truly.
been gorgeous
Literally
from
so
day
hot.
one.
Although
And gotten
so
more gorgeous over the years.
I'm still looking at the picture of, if anyone searches Pedro Pascal and Buffy, just the cheekbones, like little baby. I want to know how old he was too.
Those cheekbones should be illegal.
They should be. They really should be. I can't imagine.
But also, like, him as a young man, boy, goofball.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he's still a goofball, except that now he's like a dashing, handsome goofball.
He is 48 right now.
Hot.
Yep.
And when was he in Buffy?
1999. His
I
episode.
thought it was 97.
His episode aired November 16th, 1999. The Initiative.
How did we get 1997?
What is time?
6th episode of the 4th season. He wasn't in, like, I'm sure. I think Buffy did start in 97.
Oh.
That's probably what I'm thinking.
So what, in 99?
Yep.
The 90s were a blur for me. So many things were happening.
Yeah.
He was 24 years old. I just used a calculator. That's how I cheated. I'm like, beep, 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 doo, bop, 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 beep, boop. Computing. Math is hard.
He was
They
a
said I had to
baby
do
back
all
then.
this math in my head. Guess what? My phone never leaves my fucking hand. I got a calculator on me. I got a calculator on me.
Come on, my watch.
Now you know.
Don't even know.
Yeah, no, I just I have no critiques other than it's a whip. That's my only critique. I fully spaced out. I had a beep boop, new kink unlocked. Yeah, I think especially where I listened to the wrong one first and then was guided to the correct one. Holy shit. I'm so happy we listened.
Night and day.
Yeah, it was so good.
Yeah, I think it was just that magic moment.
Loved it.
Everything was good.
Wow.
Yeah, I was actually listening to the first couple episodes while doing pottery. Which probably yeah, with myself. Like, woo!
I'm watching those crazy hungry eyes. It's still the wrong movie, but my brain is as
Hungry
per
eyes.
usual. Mashed potatoes.
Potato brain.
Now you can see the connection
Yeah.
from podfic to pottery to Ghost to Patrick Swayze to Hungry Eyes.
We love you, Aaron.
That's how my brain works.
Hungry Eyes, I do believe, is from Say Anything. Just so you know.
Isn't it in the dance scene in Dirty Dancing though?
I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah, that's where my
No.
brain went.
No?
Maybe.
Maybe?
All I know is
Yes,
Time
it's
of
in
My
it's in
Life.
Dirty Dancing. Oh yeah, when they're doing the whatchamacallit, the dancing lessons in the middle. And then they re-recorded it in a very specific way, like the song from the original creator for the movie Dirty Dancing.
Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect. Love it.
Huh. What was the last time anyone had, so like obviously this podfic hit all of the gold stars for us. What was the last thing everyone else read that hit all the gold stars that wasn't Rook's Grave? Has anyone had anything since Rook's Grave?
Mine was, I talked about this, although this episode won't have come out when this one airs. The dragon one that I was telling you guys about is also an audiobook. Wait, I gotta find it now. Oh, it was so good. And the audiobook.
Is it the Dragon of House Black?
Nope. Not that one. That one is gonna be DNF'd real soon. I'm pretty sure. I've been in such a bad, like, I just can't read anything. I'm just like, ugh.
I'm also recovering from the reading right
it's really
now,
bad.
and it's
No.
rough.
So my hit all the stars was Consort of Fire by Kit Rocha. And that one is we couldn't decide if it was why choose or harem or whatever it is. It's 3 people. One of them is a dragon shifter, one of them's a princess, and then the other one is like the handmaiden kind of trope. And
Okay.
it was so good. The spice was so good. And the audiobook was so good. Highly recommend. It's on Kindle Unlimited, and if you get the Kindle Unlimited book, it will automatically download the audiobook for you to your little Audible
I did
account.
download it.
Yes, listen to it. So
Join me.
I will say, though, it does kind of end on a little bit of a cliffhanger, and the next book doesn't come out until like next August, but
So you're trying to get me to read another
just-
whip.
it is
Today's
so
the day.
satisfying, the whole book, that it's fine. You just forget that there's just forget about that.
I don't forget.
Forget.
I'll save it for August
I'll just
so I can go
throw the
immediately
mashed
read the
potatoes
second one.
at you, and then you'll forget. Yeah. Yeah. So that was mine. Most recent.
Who else? Who read anything else?
I mean, Company of Thieves
Yeah.
was amazing.
Mm.
So
Yeah,
I
it's
have
hard to live up to that.
The other thing I reread was for the book report that we did was the series I talked about. I love it.
Yeah.
It hits all the spots for me, but
That's good.
It
That's all that
is.
matters.
It really is.
Oh,
I will say I listened to the audiobook of the Forbidden series duet, and that was really good. The narration was really good. So
okay.
there was a male and a female narrator. So
Did they do each
and the
like
male narrator was able to do the British accent for the British speaker and like the English accent or the American accents for the other two. So
Where?
like
Where can I get this?
I got them on Audible. Yeah.
Audible, okay.
So yeah.
That's
Really
my
good job.
dream.
So what I did is I got the books from Libby, and then
Yep.
once I had them in my Kindle, I just did the cheap like $4 add-on or whatever
to get
for like the whisper sync for the Audible. So I gamed the system a little bit. So yeah, it was really good.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't think I've had. I mean, the book I'm not going to mention again because I said I wasn't going to mention again. That hit all of the stars for me. I've also I think what's happening right now is I'm trying to organize my life so I can finish series, and just try to wrap things up because obviously I think I've mentioned before I'm really bad at keeping track of when books are released, so it is always a pleasant surprise for me. It's just whatever reason I have the weird algorithm that is applied to the weird content I get to my Instagram. Also helps me avoid spoilers. I don't often or ever get spoilers for books, even long after they've been released. Somehow. I never read books right when they come out. It's a very rare occurrence that I do. Like, it's dumb luck. But I'm trying to finish series because I have been mood reading like a motherfucker. I had 8 books open. 8!
Mm-hmm.
And I kept hopping between each one, and I was like only getting like 20% in. I'm like, maybe like this spice will happen in the next 20% of this other book. And then I'm like, oh wait, hold on, I have this other book that I'm reading that might be good. And what about this one? So nothing's really scratched that itch or been like shiny enough for me to stick with it.
Oh. How did...
Is it a whip?
No.
I swear to God. Oh.
No, you just read it. I don't even know how did this literally, how is this not in my brain?
How
It's
did
because
I
I
leave it
haven't
out?
finished it yet. I'm at like 68
okay.
or 70%. But
Okay.
we do have to talk about the
Yes.
one that I said I was reading today, The Pirate Queen of Ruin by Ash Raylan.
We're not gonna
Yeah, I haven't finished
I
it.
think all of us signed up for the arc. Just about Not
No.
everyone?
I did, but I didn't get it.
Oh, you didn't get the email?
No, it's okay though.
Oh, okay, so it was
But it is
amazing.
so good.
Ivy and Sarah too are also reading it.
Ivy finished
I
it
believe.
already. Yeah.
Ivy finished it. I
will
finished
finish
it.
tonight.
We'll all talk about it at probably in another
Because
episode.
it actually releases tomorrow, the 21st of December. It'll be live on Kindle Unlimited.
Oh, great.
But it is like
Perfect. Then I'll just start reading it
is so
tomorrow.
good.
Yeah,
It
absolutely.
is so good.
So Ash Raven is, we've talked about another book of theirs before, The Librarian of Souls, where it was a Sandman Oogie Boogie situation. We questioned the sand content. There's dream walking. But what Ash Raven had done really well was create a town with a lot of monsters, with the monsters on a city council that made every single one of us say, okay, where are the other books about everyone else? And then Ash so kindly reached out to us saying, hey, we have ARC signups for the next one in the book, the Pirate Queen of Ruin. And holy shit, it is a sapphic. It's what we wanted.
like-
we were like, I want more sapphic
It's
books.
sapphic. One of the MCs is plus size. It's like consent is such a major part of this book. It is just every little thing is amazing. It is written so well. It just
That's where my
so
brain's at.
good.
I gave it my very, very rare
that's
full
amazing.
5 stars.
I will give it 5 stars.
And
yeah.
yeah.
There's nothing that could
How did I forget?
take it away now.
It's the mashed
I
potato
know.
brain right now. But it was okay. Yeah, no, that was the last thing because you know what it was. I ruined my own high because I immediately had to go into finishing a library loan that is bothering me really
I hate
tremendously. If anyone's read the Blood and Ash series by Jennifer L. Armentrout, War Crimes. I'm not happy about it. I'm on the 5th book. It's after the War of Two Queens. I'm on the Cass's POV. I'm glad that Jennifer felt like she wanted to write a book of Spark Notes, but that's probably I ruined my own book high, because I'm racing against time at the library, which is my own fault.
Whoops.
Whoops. Well, we haven't mentioned it, but this is our final episode of the year.
Yeah.
Which is
We're gonna
probably
learn
pretty
how to
obvious
count.
because it's coming out like on the 29th or whatever
Yep.
the day is of the year, and New Year's Eve is like 2 days away. But we're also marking it as like the final episode of the season.
Mm-hmm.
And then next week will be season 2.
Yes.
And then
so-
we'll go to normal person season episode numbering.
Yes. So what we realized is that none of us can count.
Yeah.
We are all way
Mashed
too
potato
pretty
math.
to count. It was all mashed potato math, truly. So what we decided to do was we're still going to be doing our tangentsodes. We're still going to be doing the fun games in between. We're still going to be doing themes as the season as the year naturally progresses with shitty holidays that you have to see your family through, things like that. Obviously, when one of us watches a terrible movie and they can't get it out of their head, we're going to talk about it, but we're going to be going to actual chronological numbering of episodes. You'll still get this fun episode art. You'll still get all the things you normally get. You'll still get the book recommendations. We're just going to be counting in a normal manner rather than a mashed potato brain manner. That's the only thing that's changing. We're learning how to count, guys. 2024.
Woo!
Feral Friday Pod, we'll know how to count.
Here we go.
Woo!
We're crossing our fingers and hoping. Yeah.
Please.
Thanks
please.
for sticking with us through our pilot
Yes.
season.
Thank you. We love
Thank
you.
you.
So,
But we really do. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
If you want to email us and say mean things, just send them to me because I'll like it.
Don't send them to me because
that's one of her kinks.
How to get into my email. I tried the other day and I was like, oh, I guess I don't know the password. Bye bye. I'll try again later.
You know I'm your your
I
administrator,
know.
right? I
I
can help you
know.
with that.
I just gotta figure that out.
Does she need to put in a support ticket?
Oh, damn. I mean, I will if I need to.
It's just Kitty putting in a crying emoji to our Discord. Please help me.
Help. Let me in.
With that said, I probably will need assistance as well.
Yeah.
So
That's fine.
Also, things to look forward to in the new year. More blog posts. We're gonna try to do more blog posts. There is one. I don't know if anyone has looked at it, but I did do one.
Probably.
For
I haven't
the
looked at traffic.
Thanksgiving episode. Yeah.
We definitely they made a little reel about how to get AO3 onto your device. What we're probably gonna do is try to share between the shit posting, more educational stuff, because reading in books should be available to everyone. Even if it's content about alien nodes being bumped into erogenous zones, or demon daddies with long tongues and wandering tails. Reading is good for your brain either way. So we'll be working on sharing some information on how to register your Libby, or Hoopla, or things to get content to you, because you deserve to read. You deserve 10 minutes to sit down.
Yes.
No matter what, you could be a shit person. I still think that you'd get 10 minutes to sit down and read. That's okay. Maybe
If I can find time to read, you can find time to read. Trust me. But yeah, I think we'll also have the option for subscriptions if you want to help support us, and then we'll have extra goodies and stuff.
Yes,
we'll be those people, but we'll try not to be too annoying about it.
Yes, I will say we do have secret plans at some point. If you've made it to this point in this episode, of a giveaway.
And merchandise.
So exciting. So yeah, we're looking forward to next year. Happy New Year, everyone. And
I hope your 2023 wasn't a shit pod.
2024, here we come.
And if it was, just put it behind you.
It's fine.
Flush that toilet.
Flush that toilet.
It's gonna
Flush
be
that
great.
toilet. Welcome to 2024.
Here we are. And with that,
All right. Well, we love you all.
bye.
We love you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for listening to the Feral Friday podcast. Join us every Friday for unhinged shenanigans, books, games, and more. You can find us on Instagram at Feral Friday Pod. Did you know we have a website? Visit us at www.feralfridaypod.com. Make sure to give us a like and subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts. If you'd like us to cover a particular book or series, please send us an email at theferal@feralfridaypod.com. Happy reading!
Real Friday.